Weatherman, what's the temperature? I got a big day, I don't mean to pressure you. No umbrella, don't make it rain. Monsoon Mike, can you make my day? Hey, hey, tell me interesting facts. This day in weather history, tell me that. You weather forecast, man, tell me right. It's the weather balloon with Monsoon Mike.
Hello and welcome to Monsoon Mike's Weather Balloon with me, Monsoon Mike, taking you on a journey through a little bit of weather education, a little bit of weather history, and then the weather for the next few days of your life. First, for our weather education segment, well, we're into meteorological summer now, the month of June, and with that comes hurricane season. As I promised in my last show of the season last semester, the first episode of the summer, I would talk about hurricanes. I'm a man of my word, but maybe I shouldn't talk about hurricanes given what happened when I talked about tornadoes. Since we last chatted, parts of the country in the deep south and even up to New England have been devastated by tornadoes. The jet stream's been a little lower than usual, setting up weather in turbulent spots a little further south. Our condolences go out to all those folks who have been devastated and have had their lives totally changed by what's happened with the tornadoes this year. But as much as I hate to say it, we've got another kind of severe weather to talk about, hurricane season, which runs from June through November, and it's a very active period, so watch out. So what are hurricanes? Basically, remember back in the spring I talked about low and high pressure? Basically, a hurricane is just a low pressure system that's gotten a little bit out of control over the hot waters of the ocean, increasing in strength over the waters, sometimes up to catastrophic levels. Many hurricanes in our part of the world start as low pressure waves over the west coast of Africa and then take a trip across the ocean towards the U.S., most of them fortunately curving south of the U.S., or high pressure over the eastern part of the U.S., pushing them out to sea the other way. But unfortunately, a percentage of them have no blocking forces and wind up striking the U.S. Hurricanes can range from small Category 1 hurricanes, as they're called, with winds of about 75 miles per hour, to catastrophic Category 4 or 5 hurricanes with winds well over 160 miles per hour. It's those hurricanes that do the devastation. Look back a few years to Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana in 2005, Hurricane Andrew in Florida in 1992, and Hurricane Camille in 1969 in Mississippi, some of the top hurricanes of all time which totally destroyed homes and lives. And don't be fooled by all these major hurricanes that always tend to hit south of here. Meteorologists say our part of the country is long overdue for something big. While it's unlikely we'd ever see a Cat 4 or 5 storm here since our waters are a bit cooler, hurricanes still can breed over hot water, and we're overdue for a storm of about a Category 3 category up this way. One such hurricane devastated parts of New England back in 1991, Hurricane Bob. Granted, we are a bit inland here in Berks County. Hurricanes quickly die over land, but that's not to say that our favorite New Jersey, Delaware, or Maryland beaches couldn't someday be devastated, and the remnants of that storm could blow winds well over 75 miles an hour in our part of the world, shutting down roads and causing flooding. One such diminishing hurricane, Hurricane Agnes, back in 1972, dumped over 15 inches of rain in parts of central Pennsylvania, causing huge problems. We're long overdue, folks, and with the way this year has been going with all this wild weather around the country, this may be our year. Just warning you, don't shoot the messenger. Now you know a little bit more about how the weather works. Up next, this date in weather history. Now time for the weather history segment, this date in weather history. On this date back in 1953, a tornado struck Worcester, Massachusetts, killing 90 people. It's rather unusual for tornadoes to strike that hilly, cooler part of the country, but strange thing is, just last week, you might have heard on the news, another tornado up that way in Massachusetts, perhaps one of the biggest since the big one in '53, happened once again. Scary stuff going on, folks. Then in 1972, 14 inches of rain fell on the eastern slopes of the Black Hills of South Dakota, producing a huge flood in Rapid City. All that rain fell in just about 4 hours. Imagine that, 14 inches in 4 hours. Think about that ratio. Causing the Canyon Lake Dam to give way, sending a wall of water through Rapid City, drowning 237 people and causing over $100 million in damage. And here's a unique one for you. If you're a fan of the show, you remember one such weather history tidbit last semester where lightning struck a fish farm down south, killing tons of fish when the place caught fire. Similar odd story here. Back in 1987, lightning struck a huge pile of tires called Tire Mountain near Denver, Colorado, setting 2 million tires ablaze. Can you imagine the smoke from 2 million burning rubber tires? Ugh, holy moly. And on that same day in 1987, across the country in Maryland, a thunderstorm near Compton, Maryland, put down 2-inch hail and high winds that flattened 20 barns and 10 houses. That's what happened this day in weather history. Up next, the forecast for the next few days of your life.
4, 3, 2.
I'm J.R. Aquila. I graduated from Kutztown in 1982. Now I'm the event producer director here at Comcast Sportsnet Philadelphia.
Hi, I'm Jim Bolden, and I graduated from the program in 1986. I'm now a business correspondent for CNN in London.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the forecast for the next few days of your life. After that brutal heat wave from Wednesday and Thursday departs, Friday is still rather sticky, but not quite as hot because there'll be more clouds in the sky and a chance of showers or thunderstorms. Saturday and Sunday, the weekend at this point, look very variable. There will be some sunshine mixed in there, but also a front will stall just to our south, which could fire up showers, storms, and even periods of rain at any time. However, there will also be periods of dry weather and perhaps even some sun as well, so a very mixed bag weekend. Cooler with temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s due to that front stall to our south and some more clouds and showers. And then the beginning of next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, looks rather sunny with temperatures not as bad as this past week. Temperatures about average for this time of year in the 80s.
Tick, 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 tick. Massive heat waves.
Heat waves.
Tick. Severe droughts.
Tick, tick.
Tick, tick, tick.
Devastating, devastating hurricanes.
Tick, tick, tick,
Tick, tick, tick,
tick.
Our future is up to you.
tick.
Go to fightglobalwarming.com while there's still time.
This has been Monsoon Mike's Weather Balloon. Thanks so much for watching again this week. Reminding you to tune in again next week, same time, same place, and join me here in my weather balloon.
Weatherman, what's the temperature? I got a big day, I don't mean to pressure you. No umbrella, don't make it rain. Monsoon Mike, can you make my day? Hey, hey.